Hello YouTube, Dr. Sola coming to you from Lagos, Nigeria. So we are going to do a series and the series is called Confessions of a Solar Power Addict. And I'll have my life partner interview the addict who is confessing, and he'll take you through the journey that I started in 2014 up until now, and how much of an addiction this has become. Many of you that are familiar with my channel think I change inverters every 6 months. I get new batteries, but how did I get there? And how bad is it really? So we're going to do a series called Confession of a Solar Power Addict. And they will be about 5 minutes long each segment.
Confessions of a Solar Addict. So we're in part 1, and then we'll begin with you. Good day. Thank you for joining us today. Please tell us your name and where you live.
Hi, my name is CJ. These are my initials actually, CJ. I live in Lagos, and I've been in Lagos, Nigeria for the last 2 years.
Welcome to Lagos, Nigeria.
Thank you.
When did you start your passion for solar power?
Actually, 2013, on one of my visits to Nigeria, I noticed the power deficit. The grid supply was very poor, and my neighbors were dependent on generators, and so were we. My first installation was done in this house in 2014, and it was done, if you follow my hands, to that spot right there.
Okay, thank you very much. So what was your first installation power?
We installed a 3 kVA system with two 200 amp hour batteries, and what we were told were 4 200 watt panels. It was supposed to power our refrigerator and our lights, but when we turned it on, it couldn't power our refrigerator. It barely could charge the batteries. So all we used it for were lights, and everybody in the house was excited that we had lights. When the grid came on, it charged the batteries, and having lights for them was a big deal, but for me, I was not satisfied.
So that wasn't enough for you?
No. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I needed to have more than just lights. I needed refrigeration. I needed to be able to watch TV. I needed to be able to run my computers, able to run fans, air conditioning, hopefully.
So can you give us a little history about your first installation?
So our first installation, like I said, was just, it sucked. It was sold to us by a company called Foshan Tanfon. Their claim to fame was they were an honest company, and whenever someone starts out telling they're honest, run. Everything about it was just poor. It was inadequate. It didn't work. Outside of powering a few light bulbs, it did not do anything.
Oh, sorry about that. That must have been quite an experience for you.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
So when did you realize that it was not what you hoped for? Based on your experience with
Almost immediately. Once we put it on, we realized that it wasn't what it was, and some we'd installed for customers blew up during the installation. We lost charge controllers on almost every one of them, so we decided to look at a different option.
I see.
So the different option we looked at was a company called Yiyan. They made the HP series, and we got a 3 kilowatt inverter. And that 3 kilowatt inverter, we used the existing batteries, added an external charge controller. Now we're able to power our refrigerator, our lights. But what I found myself doing was every hour after midnight, I'll come down and check to see what the voltage of the batteries was. I wasn't sleeping. It was driving me nuts because the system was barely adequate. We upgraded flooded batteries, which we felt was going to solve our problems, but it didn't solve our problems because guess what? We're not charging the batteries well. We're not producing enough charge the batteries and power the loads. So during the day, we can run our fridge and lights and fan. At night, the only thing we could run were fans and maybe lights, 1 or 2 lights. So for us, it wasn't doing what we wanted it to do. We weren't there yet. So we started down this rabbit hole. How do we make it better? What do we do next?
Oh, wow. Baby steps, moving from your initial experience to at least an upgrade.
Yes.
That's a wonderful experience. So we would next time we would continue on Confessions of a Solar Addict Part 2, where you give us more details about your work now, presently, and then until then,